Stevenson gets the 16-12 win tonight over St. Mary's. Glenn Clark with head coach Kathy Railey. Coach, Jack and I were talking a lot. It seemed like you all had a strategy for, we know we're not going to get a lot of the draws tonight. It seemed like there was a little bit more patience offensively, valuing the possession, aggressiveness defensively. I know you didn't score goals in the fourth quarter, but it seemed like it was a complete effort otherwise.
Well, I think that we had some good looks in the fourth quarter, and I think we didn't connect as well, but not for, it wasn't as if we weren't in the right position at the right time or taking the shot we should be taking. The majority of the time in that fourth quarter, I just thought we, either missed the cage or got ahead of ourselves a little bit. Very proud of that third quarter. To come out and just dominate at that level for an entire quarter was just wonderful. And then I think we just got a little tired. I think that we need to keep going into our depth a little bit. We need some players to really bring it at practice so we're comfortable putting some younger players in. We need to get some of our experienced players rest so that we can compete in the fourth quarter. This entire season we keep building up a lead and then not winning the fourth quarter, and that's going to cost us against some teams that are deeper than we are.
I understand that. I wanted to talk about your goalie a little bit because we've talked over the years, and she's acknowledged sometimes the struggles at night and picking up the ball on the lights, and you gave her a little bit of a respite there in the second quarter, but then in the second half, she looked incredible. How good did that feel for her to be able to do that under the lights here tonight?
Well, I think it's important for her, and I think she plays really well on Wednesdays. I think that she's got a little bit easier class schedule, or maybe no classes at all. She gets to sleep in a little bit. I think that's helpful. We're always worried with the lights on whether or not that's going to impact. I brought her out to change her arc, right, because I could tell right away there was just something a little bit off. So she made that change. Then she came back to me and said she was ready to go back in at halftime. And, just taking a look at some of the shots she was taking at halftime, I thought both Anna and Reagan looked good at halftime. I decided to go with Reagan, and I think today that was the right choice for that. I am proud of her, but we also delivered out-of-angle shots, really wide-angled shots. Sure. Those are some shots that definitely the goalies should be making, or at least having a real good look at. And so that's team defense. When you're forcing them, outside of the arc and trying to get them to throw across the defense's body, I thought Reagan did exactly what she should have done.
I want to bring up two players. Second of one, I know we're going to talk to in a second. But before that, you and I haven't really talked about Olivia. And for a first year, with the arsenal that she has, which is what kind of blows us away, like the step down on the free position. She's got the bomb that she's also able to drive in front. How impressed have you been early on by what you've seen?
I think she just gets better and better with every game that we play. I mean, she's going to be a 4-year powerhouse. When she starts to learn to understand tempo a little bit more, when to take it, when to dish it. Like I just think that she's got a great head on her shoulders. We couldn't be happier with everything that she's doing. She was using a new stick today because her stick broke a couple days ago. And I think that she scored all those goals, but I do think that she was not confident today as she normally is. So I think that had she had her stick, I think you probably would have seen 3 more out of her. I am loving her one-on-one work and how she is creating space to get around. She uses her physical strength. I just think that she's going to be amazing. I think you're going to see at spring break a real turn where teams are going to have to put their best defensive player on her. Yeah.
And then we're going to talk to Erin here in a second as she hits 100 combined for her career. What she's meant, you knew what you were getting, right? She scored 50 goals at Mary Washington. You knew what you were getting when she came in, but what she has meant to you, to this team, this program since she's arrived.
She just, they all just mean the world to all of us, not just the players, but the coaches as well. Erin has a great IQ, a great work ethic. She's out there with a bag of balls all the time. To have a girl play 4 years in college and score whatever it was, 50 something, and then to have her come here and in a season and 5 games score another 50. I think that we were really able to tap into what Erin's skills were and where she fit into the big puzzle. You can't underestimate how much she helps us in the clear. You can't underestimate how she helps with the tempo and the young players. Having that experience it's like a relief for the coaches. We don't have to be overly coaching every second while they're on the field, because you've got players like Aaron who say, okay, just let's settle down, let's give the middies a break, or give me the ball, I can handle the pressure while the middies get a break. And you saw that at the end of the game today. I mean, she had a girl on her, she was all over, she never lost her composure, and that experience, I think, is what's going to help us have a really great year.
Love it.
Yes.
Before we talk to her, we are in the midst of the campaign for Mustang Athletics, and I was wondering if you could just share a word about how important it is to step up for everyone here at Stevenson, but obviously for women's lacrosse.
Sure. I think one of the most valuable things that we do here with Stevenson Women's Lacrosse is we take a trip every year over spring break. It's an opportunity to bond with teammates like no other. You don't have just two girls heading back to a dorm. You're all going back to the same hotel, on the same hotel floor. You're spending 24 hours a day together. You're eating all your meals together. Our successes, in large part, have really been a result of that spring break, and we couldn't do it without the help of those of you that donate to Stevenson Women's Lacrosse. It is fully fundraised. We do not charge the girls a penny. They work really hard. They themselves, with just the work that they have done, they have raised over $12,000, and that was in the fall. What I would really like to see is all you alumni out there, all you alumni that benefited from one of those spring break trips or have great memories, and we have so many great memories of spring break. We're looking for 75 donors. So we don't care if it's a $2 donation, a $100 donation, $20 donation. We want 75 donors. And before the game today, we had a handful of alumni step up, and I've been getting messages on social media. Alumni, now's your chance to really give the experience of these young women just a fantastic spring break. We're playing two great games, and we want to come back with 2 wins, but more than that, we want to really bond as a team.
Love it. Coach, appreciate it. Congratulations. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Thanks.